So there's a saying, you get what you pay for. But I'm going to contest that at least when it comes to guitars, or at least used guitars, that saying simply isn't true. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Ministry of Guitar. I'm Utkarsh coming to you from Singapore. Very interesting day today, which kind of led me to this video. Firstly, I went for the Gibson launch event in Singapore. They're relaunching in Singapore. A few snippets here, a fuller video coming soon. In fact, I just came back from it. You can see the tag. It was at the Hard Rock Hotel Cafe in Singapore. And secondly, on this exciting day, I broke my no guitar buying streak and I actually bought a guitar, this guitar. 2010 25th anniversary custom 24 with the 25th anniversary case. And these two things happening together led me to start thinking about something. If you look at the prices of new guitars today, new made in USA guitars, Gibson's Les Pauls are probably going to be $3,000 plus. PRS custom 24s or regular core PRS will be like $4,000 plus. Music Man is knocking on that particular door. Fenders, which are bolt-on non-set neck guitars, are also $2,000, $2,500 plus on the new market. And when you look at the used market, sometimes depending on which guitar it is, they can be even higher, right? If you have a certain artist guitar, it suddenly can be like tens of thousands of dollars on the resale market. And I was thinking about this guitar that I bought. This is a custom 24. It has a beautiful custom case. It's white in color. It was only for that year, 2010. It sounds amazing. It plays amazing. It plays pretty much as good as a new custom 24 that you could buy. I mean, of course, there are some feature differences. The biggest bugbear that you would have is this doesn't have a switch. It has a knob, a 5-way knob, but that's a simple fix. But other than those details, this is as good. It's a 14-year-old guitar at this point. It's as good as a new PRS, frankly speaking, since I do know what a new PRS is like. And yet, this particular guitar cost me, with the custom case, with the 10 top, which is a very expensive feature now. It costs, I think, $500 more just for the 10 top. Guitar cost me $1,900 US, maybe a little bit less. Which in today's money, when you look at new guitars, or even when you look at used guitars, you won't get a good Gibson Les Paul for $1,900. And yet this guitar has everything, the same manufacturing standard, same beautiful look. There's some sort of fire red, a beautiful maple top, incredible inlays, incredible wood. It has everything. Now, of course, used guitars are cheaper than new guitars, so this shouldn't surprise you. But that isn't always the case, because there are certain used guitars that are much, much more expensive. The used collector choice Gibsons are so expensive. And what it strikes me is this whole idea of pricing of something being linked to how good it is completely thrown off balance in the guitar market. And it's for one reason. Because there is a useless feature that we are all paying for, but that feature can add tens of thousands of dollars to the guitar. It is, did a famous person play that guitar or play a guitar that was similar to that guitar? The signature artist tax, the signature artist premium that we give them, especially on the used market. It's completely useless. All guitars are very, very functional, whether it's a Gibson or a PRS or a Fender. Most of them are very, very functional. They can all create music. It is the artist who imbued the song. It's not the guitar that created the song, it's the human. Yet, because of the association with that artist, we are willing to pay huge amounts of money. We are willing to buy the Gibson Les Paul with two misplaced knobs and a certain color, and that becomes a greenie. And because, of course, Peter Green and how am I forgetting? Gary Moore, one of my favorite guitarists, and Kirk Hammett played it, so we pay extra for that feature, which is useless. I think it's an advantage and disadvantage. The disadvantage is if you are caught up in this frankly cult of hero worship, then feel free to pay all the money and subsidize all the guitar companies, because guitar companies need profit-making means, right? It's not easy to run a guitar company. So if you're happy that it is blessed by Kirk Hammett and you'll pay $10,000 or you'll pay $50,000 for a chance to have dinner with him, please go ahead. But for the rest of us who know that an instrument is an instrument and the quality of a Gibson Les Paul or a Gibson Les Paul Greenie is exactly the same, as an instrument is the same, we can be very happily buying guitars that do not have that artist tax, that do not have the signature tax, and are simply good instruments. And particularly on the used market, there are incredible deals out there. Again, I keep saying this, and this is the theme of many of my videos, and I keep doing this because I have many, many very, very expensive guitars, right? And I think it is my duty to show people who don't have such expensive guitars and who have not seen the other side and who have this dream of some sort of nirvana awaiting you the moment you can get a 10, 15, $20,000 guitar. I want to tell you the reality is that it's very nice to have those guitars. I have them, I own them, it's very nice. But in terms of being an instrument, hell, in terms of being a possession, it's very, very diminishing returns. This guitar that I picked up for 1900 Singapore dollars, and I've given other examples of other guitars you can get for a similar price point. Today, in the 1500 to 1900 US dollar, not Singapore dollar, in the 15 to 1900 US dollar range, you can get as good an instrument as you can ever hope for, as good an instrument as any of your heroes, rock and roll heroes ever played. It's something like this, right? I mean, you can take this on stage and somebody can come with their brand new $6,000 or $5,000 10 top PRS, and you guys will sound similar. Depending on each of you are playing, you guys will look similar. There'll be no difference, right? And similar with the Gibson Les Paul as well. So guys, stop paying for, or stop creating this cult of personality inside your brains. Cult of personality is all well and good if it's all fun and games, but we are talking real money here. Right? So don't feel that you need to get something just because somebody famous paid it. Recognize it as a feature, as a product feature, a very, very, very expensive product feature depending on who played that kind of guitar, which adds nothing to how good a guitar it is. It simply divorces the pricing of that guitar from the reality of how good an instrument it is. Go for something like this, or a Gibson Les Paul of a used age, or something similar, right? I'm not advocating for PRs here. Just go for something where you don't pay an artist tax and just get what you want. Okay, as you can tell, I like this guitar a lot. I'll just end this by a little bit of a playing demo of this guitar, and I'll see you next time.